Hey guys, I'm here to do a soap tonight. I have a bunch of new subscribers. Thank you for subscribing, everyone. So I'm going to start this video in a way that I haven't started for a while, and it's basically my setup. Here, of course, is my oils. I always start my oils with my kaolin clay, goat milk powder, and oatmeal already in it. Give it a little stir before I put the lye water in. And some extra stuff for stirring. Cups for if I have leftovers, which this one I will because I did make a full 2 pounds. And I don't use a full 2 pounds in my mold of oil. It always comes to like 42 ounces. I think I'm going to have like an output of about 50 tonight. We'll see. There's my blender. I always keep it in a cup of water. Helps to get the excess soap batter off quickly. Amazing. And then over here I have all my additives, my fragrance mixed with kaolin clay, which is different than what I have. I know I said it was in here, but tonight it's not. It's in here. I found that kaolin clay is the best way for me to get fragrance to anchor. Coloring cups with some new spatulas. That looks black, but it's purple, hot pink, yellow, and sodium lactate, and my milk, which is coconut and cream. So that's my setup. I'm going to go ahead and get started. I'll be right back. Okay, so the first thing that's going in tonight is my lye water. I put an extra bunch of silk in here. And so I like to strain it, and as you can see, there was a little bit too much soap for the lye to absorb. Can you kind of see that in there? That's why I like to strain it, to keep the extra fibers out. Oh, so I'll go ahead and give this a little stir. I soap cool, completely out room temperature. Matter of fact, it's so cool out tonight that I went out to the garage and brought my lye water in to make sure that it would not be too cold. Last time it was too cold and my soap thickened up right away. So, let's go ahead and give this baby a good stir. Oh, that is so much better. So last week, my batter set up right away, like I said. This is just my cocoa butter formula that I'm working on. Last week, my formula was basically my shea butter formula, and I just replaced the shea for cocoa. And so I kind of made some alterations to kind of see if that would help with the setting up problem. Gosh, it's really yellow tonight. I haven't had soap this yellow for a while. That could be a problem with the purple that I got going on there. Anyway, I only soap to emulsification, which is where you have no oils coming to the top. That's all incorporated with the lye. And you'll see it. I mean, this is, to me, this is how you stop fast trace. I used to have almost every batch come to a full trace before I was ready to pour. But ever since I made sure to stop, to soak cooler and to stop at emulsification, I haven't had that problem. So I'm going to do, I think, milk and sodium lactate next. See if that lightens it up a little bit. Sometimes it does. The fragrance tonight is Monkey Farts. It's got a funny name. It smells really good. This is not the one from the supplier that other people get it from. It's the one I think, I can't remember if it's the one from Rustic Essentials or the one from Nature's Garden that I like. I think it's the one from Nature's Garden. This one has a kind of a funny undersmell. It smells better now that it's out of the bottle, so I hope that this smells good at saponification too, because otherwise I'll be sad. Try to get all of our fragrance in there. So hard to handle stuff with gloves. Okay. Okay. Get that stirred in. This is behaving beautifully. I am excited. Okay, perfect. Good. Still nice and thin. So I think what I'm actually going to do is, okay, so I'm going to show you guys a trick with titanium dioxide. This is not my trick. I learned this trick from Karen Moreland at Eden Secret. She posted a video a couple months ago about working with titanium dioxide. And some of you who watch me, I don't know, maybe you missed her video because I still see a lot of my TD cracks, and she has a foolproof method. It worked for me. My TD is water soluble, so I just mix it in some hot water, and you want to make sure that it's really mixed up and ready to go. Okay, and then if you need to mix it with your colors, you just mix like a lot of it. So I'll show you how that works in a second. This is starting to move on me, so let's get pouring. Oops. Let's save a little bit for the white so I can show you what to do. We'll just pour a little bit on the top. How about that? And then I want a pink base, so this is going to be mostly full. Okay. And then we'll do a little of the purple and a little of the yellow. And that was actually wrong. I realize now that I wanted a yellow base, but that's okay. I like pink. You guys like pink. And Monkey Fart smells like bubblegum, so pink base is okay. So before we mix any of those, let me show you about the titanium dioxide. If it's starting to separate, you just mix it again with your little mixer. And then you pour it in your soap. And you mix it by hand. Okay. And what you want to watch out for is that, how it's all separated. You don't want that. So you give it a little stir, a little whiz, she called it. And then you can kind of see, probably not in my camera, but right in here there's still some yellow. So what you do is you get in there and you stir it again. And you basically just keep stirring until there's no yellow left. And then that's how you know when it's ready to go. I'm going to try and scavenge a little bit of the soap batters here from my other soaps because I put too much TD in there and it's too liquidy. Okay, let's try that. Yeah, this might not be salvageable. That might actually be too liquid. So I guess what I could do is actually let's mix this up. Easier on ourselves. I think the new plan is going to be to have 2 color pinks. So that way I can still have my yellow base and show you the titanium dioxide trick. Okay. I'm going to give this one a whiz. Yep, this smells better. This smells like bubble gum now. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. Okay. And yes, I am a messy soaper, but what I've discovered for me is that paper towels instead of newspaper works perfect on the counter because there's no mess when it's done. So I just realized too that this thickened up quite a bit because I water discounted it. This is how we control the mess for the mold, is by putting fresh towels down. Easy peasy. If you haven't tried soaping this way and you're having trouble with your mess, try it this way. It works, I promise. Okay, is my mold inside the frame? It is. Hold on, going for a little ride. There we go. Okay, there we go, perfect. Okay, so yellow base. So it's right about at this point where I'm starting to stir the colors and trying to pour them, and they suddenly become thick, that I realize that I have water discounted a little bit too much. I'm not really sure why I decided to excuse me, water discount on a fragrance that I wasn't familiar with, but there you have it. It did rise a little bit, but not too much. Just to note to myself that next time to add full water and stir it a little more thoroughly. I'm also poking it with the spoon there because I noticed that there's some air bubbles in here, probably from it thickening, possibly from the rising, possibly from stirring it too much, but we'll see how it comes out when I get ready to cut it. To get my chopstick, and I'm going to swirl it through like that, as you can see. I can't remember if I've done this before. If I have, it's been a long time since I've done it, and I was really excited to try some other kind of swirl to get the colors together that I haven't done for a long time. I really can't wait to see it. I think it's going to come out really pretty. my work surface a little bit, and I have also scraped most of the leftovers into little sample cupcakes, and I was waiting for the soap to set up so I can do the thing that you see me doing, which is setting up the top of my soap. And if you've been watching my videos for a while, you know that I never do this, that I always just kind of swirl the top. But this was a really fun soap, so I decided to go one step further and challenge myself. The stacked tops are not a strength for me at all, and I'm actually pleasantly surprised that this one came out pretty okay. Okay, the camera stopped, I'm not sure when, but here's the top of the soap. I stacked the top of it, it went sparkle sparkle,